Hey, what's up? This is Cody the Coin Raptor, and welcome to my channel. I'm here to provide you the best crypto news, content, chart TA, and on-chain analytics that I can. All right, so let's take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin has been mostly trading sideways since yesterday. One thing I've noticed here is the volume is decreasing, right? It's decreasing as Bitcoin is heading sideways. And to me, what that looks like is potentially a breakdown is incoming because you have no volume to continue the trend. And the trend was an uptrend, essentially, and you have no volume to come in and continue that trend. And if that's the case, it may reverse and head back down. We're at RSI of about 47, so we're not overbought and not oversold. We're right in the middle of the range. And our support here is going to be about 18,600. So I expect that it's going to come. It's going to test the support. It might bounce off of the support once or twice, and then it'll probably break through the support and move back to 17,500. That low that we made back in the 18th of June. So I'm still expecting that this is going to be quite bearish for a little while. If something changes, I definitely will let you guys know. Please follow me on my Twitter account for the best and most up-to-date information that I can give you. Let's take a look at Ethereum. Ethereum, same story, decreasing volume. RSI is a little bit higher, but in the middle of range. And I would expect that we're going to see a retest here at about 1,000 or so. That's strong psychological support because it's a round number. And then we have our ultimate support, which is down here at about 880 or so. All right, so let's take a look at our crypto news. First, starting with our information on Three Arrows. So we mentioned before that Three Arrows was having a lot of trouble. They have now filed for Chapter 15 bankruptcy. So this is not surprising to anybody who's been following this story. They've had issues with insolvency. They have been required to liquidate most of their assets. Now they're trying to file Chapter 15 bankruptcy. So this is not good news for Three Arrows. Some version of this might exist in the future, but it looks like the crypto fund has been completely defunct. And I would expect that they're going to be continuing with these bankruptcy filings, and we will see more crypto hedge funds follow suit because these hedge funds like Three Arrows have many different components and many different investments throughout the crypto sphere. So it starts off like a domino, and you have a series of chain reactions where many of these firms will file for bankruptcy because other firms have filed for bankruptcy and they held some sort of stake in those firms. Next, Voyager Digital, another crypto brokerage, suspends all trading deposit and withdrawals. So this came in yesterday, and this is huge news yesterday. Voyager Digital, which is a publicly traded company, has suspended trading deposits and withdrawals because of the fact that they're also having solvency issues. So we expect that with Voyager Digital, they're probably not in good shape right now. And they have this, they see Voyager's announcement comes amid a raft of margin calls and defaults across the sector, which no doubt includes them as well. And as we see prices move down, we'll see more and more of these firms declare bankruptcy and declare insolvency and suspend trading. Now, this is also why it's super important that when you buy your crypto to take it off of the exchange, because otherwise you wind up in a situation like Voyager Digital or Celsius, in which you can't withdraw your money. So it's very important to take your crypto off of the exchanges because more of these companies are going to be finding themselves in a similar situation. The next news story I've got for you is fantastic news for Bitcoin adoption. There is a new spot Bitcoin ETF that's going to be launching at Euronext Amsterdam Exchange. The Jacobi Bitcoin ETF will start trading on the Euronext Amsterdam Exchange under the ticker Bitcoin in July. Now, this is really bullish news here because the SEC has denied multiple attempts to try and have a Bitcoin ETF, a Bitcoin Spot ETF in the U.S. And so I expect that the more companies that have, or the more countries that have these spot ETFs, the more bullish it is to try and get a spot ETF in the U.S. because the SEC will be looking at these countries and will say, hey, Amsterdam says it's okay, so we're going to go ahead and do it. We're going to take a cue from their lead, and we're going to go ahead and approve a spot Bitcoin ETF in the U.S. And I expect that this spot Bitcoin ETF here in Amsterdam will lead to a greater inflow of buyers and a greater inflow of demand for Bitcoin, because these spot ETFs need to actually go and buy Bitcoin in order to back this Bitcoin fund. So they say here that our product is the first spot or physical backed Bitcoin fund, and the fund is not allowed to stake, lend, or leverage any of the asset it owns. Okay, so for the first time in Europe, investors buying an exchange traded Bitcoin product will own the units that own the Bitcoin. All right, so that is key. They have to buy Bitcoin in order to back up this exchange traded Bitcoin product. All right, huge news, bullish news, and I think this is the first domino to fall in Europe, and hopefully we'll wind up seeing more Bitcoin spot ETFs that are approved there and around the world. Okay, so we'll talk about yet another potential insolvency. Now, this one's just a rumor. Admittedly, there is a rumor that the exchange Kucoin was insolvent and had a plan to halt withdrawal. Well, the CEO basically came out and said that's not true. There's no plan to halt any withdrawals whatsoever with Kucoin and that platform. Now, I obviously would like to wait for confirmation that this is the case and not listen to just unsubstantiated rumors. I do believe that when there's smoke, there's fire. So there's probably some concern at Kucoin that they're having issues paying back some debt or meeting margin calls. Now, I want to just reiterate that we should follow what the company is saying here, but at the same time, take your crypto off of the exchanges because they're not your keys, not your coins, okay? So I would expect that if this situation develops, I'll let you guys know. More information that I find here. As far as I know, nothing has changed for Kucoin, and I expect that we'll see more information come out as the weeks come on. And if you guys are interested in paying attention to that information, just subscribe to my channel, like, follow. I'd greatly appreciate that. Just let me know what you like, what you don't like, and what I could do to fix things. It's going to be kind of a short show today, so that's all I got for you guys today. Have a good one.